So here we are, smack dab in the middle of what's considered the dog days of summer, July 3rd through August 11th, considered the most unbearable days of the season.
Yes, step outside and we think you'd agree, but the thing about these dog days, you guessed it, they're dangerous.
So, how about we simply put summer safety in the spotlight with a little help from TidalHealth Chief Quality Officer, Dr. Chris Snyder, and Emergency Room Physician, Dr. Cody Taylor. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having us.
Good to have you here. So let me ask you this. We're talking heat so much, how hot it is. Are there any particular groups of people that you would recommend need to be especially careful in the heat?
Yeah, definitely. The elderly is a kind of a no-brainer. So just got to be aware. And again, remember, heat causes your body to try to prevent the exposure from causing damage. So your body has some really cool mechanisms. So anybody who has weakened immune system or diabetes or heart disease, obviously you increase a lot of the effects of environmental exposure, like heart rate, blood pressure, sweating. People need to realize if you have illnesses, avoiding the heat as much as possible and staying inside is probably safer.
But of course, everyone really is at risk with this heat, right? It's dangerous for everybody.
Absolutely. Anyone who basically is human is going to experience issues when they are in the hot sun. Our bodies only are comfortable after a certain range, and even if you're the healthiest person on the planet, if you are in 100-degree heat with 100% humidity, your body cannot cool itself.
So school us here a little bit. We've heard the term heat exhaustion, and we've heard the term heat stroke. Two different things?
They're more along a spectrum. Heat exhaustion is the earlier forms of it. It's when your body is running out of fluids from sweating, you're running out of salt, and you're starting to experience some issues related to that. Muscle cramps, maybe some headaches, weakness. Heat stroke is the emergency of that. And those symptoms could be things like altered mental status, they could become agitated, a coma, and in that situation it's very important that they get to more than likely a hospital to be cooled as quickly as possible.
This is a 911 call.
Absolutely. Heat stroke is an emergency.
So are those the symptoms where you seek medical attention, or are there more symptoms that you say, oh, I got to get to the hospital now too?
What we're all recommending is we want you to try and stay as cool as possible. So if you start feeling yourself, I'm feeling a little muscle cramps, I don't feel like I have quite my energy, go inside, cool down, cold water. If that's working, excellent. If you start feeling normal, great. But if things are not getting better, if you are still feeling worse, then that may be a situation where you need to seek medical attention. Always better to be safe than sorry.
Safe than sorry, yeah.
Right.
All right, so drink water, drink fluids. So drinking coffee's okay, drinking tea's okay, because they've got water in them, right?
No, not necessarily. Caffeine makes you urinate, so you're going to empty out a lot with those things. Alcohol is probably number one reason he and I get opportunities to visit people in the ER, because they drink outside at the beach.
Right.
Then they go run around, maybe try to exercise. They don't rehydrate. The alcohol dehydrates you also. So water is probably the best thing in the world for you.
Okay.
Keep ahead. And you got to preload. Remember, water doesn't just go in as soon as you put it in your mouth. So it takes a while for it to load into the system and rehydrate all your cellular functions. So
Any issues with certain foods maybe we should be avoiding or anything like that?
Not really. The carbs are one of those things, but again, just eating well, fruits and vegetables, watermelon, cantaloupes, man, they're good this time of year.
Yeah.
It's just like best time of year. So honestly, things with water. So anything that's going to help hydrate you too will help more than anything.
Dr. Cody Taylor and Dr. Chris Snyder with TidalHealth, thank you so much for helping us out through this heat. We appreciate everything you do.